In this tutorial, we will be learning some simple geospatial analyses related to elevation and hydrology using QGIS. This will help us to learn more about our sites. We will be using data from the database, as well as data that we download from the internet. First, we are going to find and download elevation and hydrological data to display alongside data from the database in QGIS. But before we do that, we first need to open and prepare some EAMENA data for analysis in QGIS, as well as adding the natural earth data so that we can see where we are working. So first, use the Open Data Source Manager button on the toolbar to add the natural earth country data to your map. You should have downloaded this for an earlier tutorial. Export some data as a shapefile from the EAMENA website for your area of interest. There are instructions on how to do this in an earlier tutorial. For this tutorial, we will be using an export of all the Roman period sites in Lebanon. I'm going to add this data to QGIS using the Data Source Manager. When using data downloaded from the database, we are likely to have a combination of polygon, line and point data. We need to convert all our data into point data so that we can easily work with it in just a single shapefile. Click on the polygon file in the Layers panel. On the menu, go to Vector, Geometry Tools and Centroids. With your polygon file selected, click Run. We don't need to change any other settings. You can see in the Layers panel that a new layer has been added called Centroids. We need to repeat this for our line features. Although it may seem strange, we also need to repeat this for our point features. This is because in some cases, multiple points are recorded for each feature. We have now converted all of our data into point data, and now we want to merge these points into a single file. So to do this, go to Vector on the menu, go to Data Management Tools, click Merge Vector Layers. Next to Input Layers, click the Browse button and tick the 3 Centroids layers and click OK. Next to Merged, click the Browse button and select Save to File. Navigate to the Geospatial folder within your GIS folder and give your merged layer a name, such as Roman Sites Lebanon, and click Save, and then click Run. If I move this to the top, we can see that we have a green point over all of our sites. So we have converted all of our sites into points and put them all into one shapefile. We can now get rid of all of these other layers that we don't need. So click on each layer in turn, right click and select Remove Layer. if you hold down the control button, you can do this for multiple layers at one time. I'm going to change the symbology of these points so that they're easier to see. So right click, Properties, and I'm just going to select the big red point and click OK. We now have prepared our data ready for geospatial analysis. Don't forget to save your work in your GIS folder.